Hey, Frank Kern here. Okay, first of all, people are always asking me this question of what would you do if you lost everything and you had to start over, or if you needed sales immediately? And I'm going to show you exactly what to do in this video. But first, amazing news. A lot of amazing news, actually. So thing number one is we have added new software to RainMaker AI that actually builds the very type of thing I'm about to show you. It builds it for you. This is brand new. It's awesome. You can just have it, which leads me to thing number two that is awesome, which is I'm still giving you $154,000 worth of bonuses when you take me up on the special RainMaker AI annual offer. Awesome thing number three is I'm still giving you a big discount. Awesome thing number four is I've broken it up into 4 easy payments. 4. That's 4. That's the correct number. 4. There we go. All right. But let me answer your question, which is, hey, what do you do if you want to get like sales like now, super fast? And here's the answer. I showed you this on the webinar, but I want to take a deeper dive because it relates to the software you're getting for free. So you remember on the webinar, I showed you this one campaign we're running. It's working really well, where people basically see like this really basic, obvious Facebook ad. They see a little Facebook form right there. So they don't go to a web page or anything. They just fill out the form. And then next thing you know, they're talking to an AI bot. And I showed you on the training, I'm like, dude, this is working so ridiculously well. So I just want to give you a quick update on how well that's working and how we're taking it to the next level and what you're getting for free to help you also take it to the next level, hopefully test it in your business. So check this out. So here we are inside of RainMaker AI, and good old RainMaker also tracks your ads for you. So it builds them, it launches them, and it tracks them. And this is that campaign that I showed you on the webinar. Here it is in real life. So been running this forever. So this is it. I'm literally showing this ad to everybody in America between the ages of 30 and 60 years old. And it's a super obvious ad for people who have businesses and want to use AI to get customers. And it's working exceptionally well. So again, here's proof of that. And I'm filming this for you on the 2nd of February, and I'm just showing you like the past 3 days. And here's the reason I'm showing this to you. So I've spent $415.19 on these ads, and I've gotten 4 customers. All right. So usually in a business to business sale, because I'm selling to businesses, I sell software, it's usually like a 20 to 40 something day process to get someone to buy business software. But as you can see, we've taken a complete stranger from lead. By the way, we're only paying $4.11 per lead. That's amazing. We managed to take a complete stranger and turn them into a customer within the first 3 days, and we've done that 4 times. So our cost to get a sale here, to get a new customer, is $103, which is amazing because they're worth a lot more than that to us, as you could imagine. So like, what's powering this and what's making it work so well, and what does this have to do with you? So here it is. Earlier, I said, I'm giving you a lot of really cool things for free. And one of the things that you can use when you have RainMaker AI is the chatbot. And check this out, all right? So the chatbot is no ordinary chatbot, all right? It doesn't just answer questions, it has a job. And in this case, when you set it up, here's what it looks like. You just like give it your web page right here, and it'll just read your site, and it knows what to say. But you can also make it qualify people for you, all right? So in our case, the robot's job is to answer people's questions and then be like, hey, go buy our stuff. So it tells them to go and sign up and everything, and obviously that's working. But we've taken a step further, and I want you to install this in your business because it goes to that, like, if you had to start over, what would you do? And this is the answer. So I would run those types of ads. I would have an AI bot answer questions about whatever it was and qualify people. So this is very important. Right here within our setup, let me first go here. I'm telling the bot to ask them if they have a website and to ask them if they have leads. All right. When they answer, what it's doing is it's actually storing that data. Okay. So it's like, all right, that puts their website address like in a little special custom area, and then it like says whether or not they have a list. Now, what does it have to do with you? Okay, so imagine, right? Like you want to get customers today. Okay, well, it's pretty easy to get leads today, right? Like, as you can see, this is the ad we're running. And again, leads are $4.11 each. But the thing is, we want to turn them into customers quickly. So we have the AI bot doing the pretty good job of that. But what if you like really, really, really needed customers now? Well, wouldn't it make sense to see if they wanted to talk to you about buying your stuff? Yeah, it would. So here's what we have the ability to do, and I'm giving this ability to you. And that is, to take these new leads and get them to book appointments with you, but only do it to the ones who are qualified. So first of all, hopefully I've remembered to blur this out. We just started using this, and as you can see for today, we have 6 people have booked appointments from that pool of leads that we're getting. But the only people that have the ability to book appointments are people that have a website and have a list. And that's where this whole RainMaker thing gets so much cooler than like everything else you're seeing, because it qualifies people for you. And if you want to actually talk to people, you can only let people who are qualified book an appointment with you. And it does it automatically. And here's how. When you use RainMaker AI, I've got like all of these pre-built automated campaigns and follow-up systems for you. And I built a lot of them that are called Fast Money. And the one that we are now using right here is this one for new leads. So our system now takes everybody who filled out our lead form and also said they have a website and say that they have a list of the most qualified possible people. And then it just basically texts them if they don't sign up within like 24 hours. And it goes, hey, this is the template, but I have it written out the same thing. It's like, hey, this is Frank with RainMaker AI. Do you want to talk to us about using our software? And when they reply with the word yes, it just talks to them and it looks at your availability on your calendar, because we have a calendar system. And then it like says, okay, how's Tuesday or how's Thursday or whatever. And they just say, okay, yeah, 10 o'clock's fine. And they book the appointment. And it's only doing that with qualified people. So if you want like to get leads fast, these types of campaigns that I'm showing you right here, I mean, you know, $4 per lead, and they're responding to the most blatantly obvious ad ever, which is this one. So obviously they're business owners who want to use software. So if you need like leads now, that type of campaign is great. What's super cool is we've now made it easy to build these types of campaigns because we have the ad launcher tool that I just added, I told you about earlier. And that's right down here. So it's at the bottom of your menu. You click on lead ad launcher, and this launches these specific types of campaigns. So we come over here, launch a new campaign, click on Facebook, and then we've got all these pre-made templates for you, and the one that I built for you specifically, like the super obvious kind, is right there. So you just click on it, change a little bit of copy, and you're good to go. It just launches the freaking ad for you, and then you can now put it in your AI bot and everything. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So what I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to splice in some footage where I'm going over all of the cool stuff in addition to this that I'm giving you with RainMaker's AI. You can check that out. I'm also including some Q&A footage where people are asking me like, hey, how would I use it for my specific business? And then you should take advantage of this unbelievable A, discount, B, massive bonus bundle, C, new software that you're getting in addition to RainMaker AI, and D, is it still D? Yeah, D, the low payment plan. So this expires when the timer on this page hits 0. Go ahead and enroll now because deadlines work, and once this thing expires, you won't be able to access this page again. So go ahead, enroll right now on the annual package, and I will see you inside. Here is the description of all the super cool stuff you get and all the super cool ways it can help you. Amazing editing, I know. Here it is. Are you ready for an unbelievably high pressure sales pitch? I mean, this is off the charts, high pressure. I'm going to pressure you into taking literally $152,000 worth of bribes from me for free. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic about the pressure stuff, but I really am going to give you all this stuff for free if you take me up on my little discount here. You ready? Let's go. Okay. So I'm basically going to bribe you to let me help you. Literally giving you $152,000 or $152,879 worth of my best tools and trainings just to get you to use my RainMaker AI software without following up with your leads and without engaging with them on chatbots and stuff. It doesn't matter what else you do. Like, you have to have this kind of stuff. You know, you can't just get leads and do nothing with them. It doesn't work. So I built RainMaker AI to sort of like help you do that. And I'm going to give you a 75% discount off the price. So of course you're welcome to go to the homepage and pay full price, but you might not want to, because I'm going to give you a 70% discount. People like those. They generally do. And my evil scheme, by the way, there's no upsell for this. I don't have any other business. We don't sell anything else. This is our entire business. So my evil scheme behind doing this is that you'll use it And like, hopefully you'll sell a lot of stuff, which will make you want to use it forever. Um, I've been in business since 99, and that's always been my strategy. You know, the old repeat business trick where you help them and they like you, and therefore they keep buying stuff from you. Seems to work pretty good if you stick with it. So that's why I'm doing it here. And literally, there's no upsell here. Like, this is it. This is all we do. It's all I got. Ain't got no fancy mastermind. Don't need one. This is it. Right. So here we go. Bribe number one, Creators AI. I've never sold this to the public. I only created it for RainMaker AI users. Hang on. This thing is freaking awesome, by the way. So, in my opinion, based on stuff I've sold before and what's previously and currently being sold, I think it's worth $3,000, no problem. So, here's what this thing will do for you. Number one, the competitive intelligence is like incredible. So, like, if you have an idea for a product, you're like, I'm selling this and I think I might want to start selling this or whatever, you'll learn how AI can actually go out. And let's just say you wanted to start selling dog training stuff. AI can go out and find all of the dog training courses that are selling for, like, let's say over $100. And then it can get all of their web pages. And then you can say, analyze all of these web pages and find all of the marketing stuff they have in common. And so now you know all of the marketing things that are powering the best selling dog training courses. And it doesn't matter if it's a course or whatever, like, it's, you know, marketing is marketing, right? So it analyzes what's actually working based on real data, which is pretty good. And then you can take that knowledge, you're like, okay, they all have this type of guarantee, they all have this type of benefit, they're all focused on this type of thing, whatever it is. You can take that, and within Creators AI, I show you how to use AI to create better marketing that focuses on the secret sauce. That's what I call it. That's making the other stuff sell. Because if you know, like, what the best sellers are, and you find out what they all have in common in their marketing, and you just do a lot more of that, logically, you should probably sell more stuff than them. It's just, you know, kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? So you learn how to do that. I also show you how to use AI to script educational sales videos. One of the most fortunate things that ever happened to me is I stumbled upon this concept of, instead of like coming right out and pitching, you just teach a lot and then pitch, especially in the beginning of your sales cycle. That method has always worked well for me. Challenges, it's hard to do if you've never done it before. So I show you how to use AI to script them. It's really freaking cool. So it doesn't matter what you're selling, it helps to be able to make these types of presentations. I'll also show you how to use AI to write sales copy. Now, we built the one for email copy, but I mean, like, all the copy, like web page copy and everything. I don't recommend any of the tools on the market. I'm just showing you how to use this stuff in Chat GPT. It's all in the way you talk to it. You don't say, write me a sales letter about dog training. It's going to give you garbage. Like, there's a specific formula that I show you. It's awesome. It's very, very good. And if you want to, you can also use AI to create really, really good online courses. In this particular training, I actually have you look over my shoulder as I create a course about wedding photography, which I don't know anything about. And the whole thing is AI. The script, the videos, everything is AI. And it's good. Like, it's actually good. Like, I would be proud to sell it. So that's a very, very cool thing. That's bribe number one. Bribe number two is something that I did sell for $18,000. It's called Sandor. Here's the story of this thing. I'll be very brief. Before I had a software company, I used to work a lot less, and I would have clients that would pay me 40 grand to help them make more profit. And these were like companies that were already doing business, you know, so not a startup or whatever, but people that already has, like, insert famous person here, like many of them have gone through this program. And so my job was to make them more than they paid me as fast as humanly possible. That was the promise, right? So, like, give me 40 grand, I will help you make a lot more than 40 grand, and then we'll automate it and make it consistent. And so, no pressure, you know, but that was like that's what I had to do. And I did, and it worked great. So Sandor is a word that I made up, but each letter stands for a step in the process. Is the framework that I created so that I could actually fulfill that promise to them. So it shows you how to find an existing business and find opportunities where that business can make a significant increase in revenue, like immediately, not theoretically. Okay, well, maybe if we created a, whatever, a feathered version of the car, like, no, like hard data backed stuff. So in terms of generating fast and sustainable revenue for existing businesses, I consider this to be, I know it's braggadocious or whatever, but I think not only do I consider this to be my life's work, but I think this is probably the single best education you could ever get for how to go into a business, that's making $500,000 a year or more, that's actually doing stuff, and help them make significantly more money, like now, not in 6 months, but like immediately. And that's what Sandor is built to help you do. Um, so the cool thing about it is I built it to show people how to go out and do that for other businesses. And the majority of the people that bought it actually ended up using it in their own business, which is cool. But what's awesome about it is you can't unlearn this. So when you go through this, we don't give out the certifications anymore. No one cares about the certifications. It's the skill set. God forbid anything happens and you have to start over or something. You will have a skill set that will forever be in demand, which is great. So that's really cool. The third bribe is RainMaker social media and direct response certification. We created and sold this before I came up with RainMaker AI. I like the name RainMaker, and we sold it for $9,800, and it is exactly what it says it is. So this certification shows you how to run social media ads profitably. I run all of my own social media ads. I have personally spent millions of dollars running my own social media ads. I've also had other people do them for me. They've done a good job, but I like the way I do it better because I'm a control freak. Anyway, I show you like what I do and how I do it and why. And it's the framework that I still use to this very day in my own business. And it's also the framework that we used when we had agency clients. Now, if you ever want to do a lot of work for very small profit, open up an advertising agency. It's a great way to do that. But it helped us like get them clients too, which was good. So this goes beyond like just ads and really delves into deep funnel optimization and automated follow-up. And really that's where the magic happens. It's very rarely like, oh, we have a magic ad that goes to a magic landing page and everything's great. It's the follow-up and all the stuff that happens after the click. That's really where the money is made in my experience. So go through this and you will know more about actually getting results from social media than 99% of the human population. And it's another one of those things you just can't unlearn. Like you always have this as a fallback. You have it in your tool belt. Strongly recommend you implement this stuff in your own business because it's really helpful. Fourth bribe, social takeover. Never sold this to the public. Only made it for RainMaker AI people. Hang on. This is so freaking badass. Hang on a minute. Okay. So I think it's worth your classic 1997 internet marketing, course cost. Again, I've never sold it. No one can have it except for RainMaker AI people. You know how I told you earlier, like within any given market, you have like this tiny little percentage of people who want to buy today. And then like the majority of them are in the thinking about buying phase. When they're in that phase, they're asking questions about the thing, like about the car they're thinking about buying or the dress or the vacation they want, like whatever it is. Well, you could use AI to literally know the exact questions that your target market is asking about the type of stuff that you sell in real time, which is freaking bananas. And it's not guessing. It's like pulling the data directly out of Google. It's ridiculous. So therefore, if you know what the questions are, we can use AI to get the answers to those questions, create a little script and make AI TV ads, just like the ones I showed you at the beginning. So when you do that now, you can use RainMaker to post them on social media and people see them, run them as super cheap ads. And when people see them, they're like, oh man, this is so helpful. This is great. And who were they going to go to when it's buying time? The person that didn't help them? No, they're probably going to go to you because it's branding and it's helpful and you're answering exactly what they want to know about the thing. So it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's extremely effective. So never been sold, never will be sold, but you can have it as one of these bribes. Here's my fifth one. AIOG customer machine. Sold this one for $4.97. I was lazy. I didn't feel like writing a long sales letter for it. Should have sold it for more. Loved it though. And everyone who bought it loved it. So 78 years ago, I'm not going to be long-winded with the story, I promise. Content marketing was created. I think it was 78 years ago. It was first made, to my knowledge, by a dude named Louis Engle, Engle. And the first content marketing ad was a newspaper ad that had over 6,000 words in it. Google this, by the way. It was used to market this little financial services company. And they didn't think it would work. Like nobody wanted to run the ad. And this Louis Engle dude was a junior copywriter at an ad agency. He wasn't even like a big shot or anything. He was like, just try it, y'all, please. They're like, okay, fine, whatever. We'll run this stupid ad for Louis. It brought in 3 million leads. It worked so well that A, they had to like stop running it. B, they got thank you letters from the public about the ad. C, that company is Merrill Lynch, which before the ad was just like random company nobody heard of. After the ad, global company. The freaking ad worked really, really well. Time passes on. Other people figure this stuff out too. Before the internet, folks like David Ogilvy and other very brilliant people, they create content ads that are similar to the original one that literally brought in billions of dollars. Like this is documented. I'm not just, making stuff out. Like these types of ads, specifically the ones I'm referencing, brought in billions of dollars in revenue. Unbelievable. So I like became obsessed with this. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like the challenges, these ads are super long and I don't want to write that much. And nobody else does. So I analyzed all the ads, of which there are a ton, found they all followed a pattern, used AI, figured out a system to use AI to create social media ads, follow the same pattern. These aren't even videos. These are just written content posts. Follow the same pattern and use a little known, super cheap strategy to show them to the perfect type of prospect. This is ridiculously effective secret weapon very few people know about. It is amazing. It works very, 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 very well. And I think you're going to like it a lot. So you can have that. Prime number 6, custom email copywriter. Just showed it to you. Writes emails exactly like me. Put this into perspective. Used to charge $8,000 for one email campaign. Seriously. This is not ChatGPT, like I told you about. I paid some developer folks a whole bunch of money to train a Lambda or a Laura or something. I don't know what the hell they call these things on 12 years of my emails. And it was expensive to build, very expensive. And it took forever. Ain't nobody else got it at all. So nobody has this except RainMaker AI people. If you want to have a head start on email copy, use this thing. You will have excellent emails written in seconds. And of course, you want to proof it, make sure that it's not making stuff up, obviously, but beats trying to come up with it yourself, And generally speaking, the more good emails you send out that tell people to buy stuff, the more money you're going to make. That's a general statement. Duh. So there you go. I put the value of this at $8,000 because that's what it used to cost for me to write an email campaign. So there you go. But this is like having me write your email campaigns forever for the rest of your life, as long as you're using the system. Bribe number 7, the omnipresent AI bots, this whole chat bot system that I showed you. So this is all custom made. So a developer has built it. I pay this guy a ton of money every month to license it, and we keep adding more stuff onto it. The guy sold one bot to one customer for $8,000. One bot to one customer for $8,000. Like I told you, the way this thing works is you just give it your website, it reads your copy, and then it just knows what to say. And then you can tell it to get them to, ask them if they want a link or ask them if they want to book an appointment or whatever. It has a job. It does its job, like I showed you. And then when they say yes, and even if they don't, RainMaker will follow up with them on every channel that it has. So email, SMS, Messenger, like all of them that you are connected to and that you have access to for that person. We follow up with them on everything. So logically, it's going to work better than just getting an email and sending a nurture sequence or something, and it works over SMS, Messenger, direct message, and even on like a little website there. If you want to have a web chat on your site to answer questions and stuff, it's ridiculous, dude. I mean, I showed you the numbers. So gets you leads, sell stuff faster. We found that people that engage with the bot by about twice as fast, meaning that it's 200% faster between lead to sale using the AI bot. It is ridiculous. So I value it at $8,000. Cost me a whole lot more to actually have it and to be able to give it to you. But dude sold one for $8,000. So there you go. You can like use as much as you want for nothing when you're a RainMaker AI user. Bribe number 8. We figured that it would be best if you didn't have to figure out all the tech stuff. As a matter of fact, this is an interesting tale. Back in like 2012 or something, we would charge $15,000, hang on, for 2-day workshops where we would have people come into like a hotel, a little like conference room, not a big one. We'd usually get like 30 people at a time or something. Because it was so like labor intensive. And it was $15,000. And we would help them install my campaigns into their email thingy and get everything hooked up. And it was like work, man. It took 2 freaking days to do, and it was hard. And it would be like, I'd have to have like 5 team members there to help everybody. But we sold a lot of it, $15,000. Now, what I've done is I've created 24 pre-built, fully automated follow-up campaigns. They've got the pre-written fill in the blanks copy for you already. So you don't have to figure out like, how do I make it send at the right time? How do I make it send this message if they don't do that? It's already done. You just click the green button, has an envelope thing that says email on it, and then you just change the email template, or you use my email writer, and then you hit go, and you're off to the races. And I built 24 of those for you. So like the dream of having the automated system that follows up with people while you're sleeping and stuff that everybody talks about, but nobody does because it's super freaking hard. It's not hard anymore. It's already built it for you. And so you just like fill in the blanks and hit go, and now you got the dang thing. And it works. And I've included within RainMaker AI only 14 pre-made funnel templates. And I did that by design. So you probably used a lot of funnel or web page builder thingies before, and they're all pretty good. And they all have like a gazillion different templates. Most of those templates just kind of suck. So I'm not going to give you templates that suck. I just took 14 of my best performing funnels, the ones I've spent millions of dollars on ads to like, that worked over the years. And I just made templates out of those. And I even put like my copy templates on the web pages themselves. So you just edit my copy templates and publish your funnel. And now you have a nice web page that should convert better for you. So that's very, very helpful. And that's why there's only 14. There's no reason getting overwhelmed with the 90 billion types of funnels and stuff. Why don't we take the ones that have historically worked and just use those? But if you want to get fancy, you can build anything you want with this thing. I value this at $15,000 because that's what people paid to do this in person for 2 days, and it wasn't fun. It's not fun to sit in a room for 2 days doing tech stuff. So like, this is way cooler. It's already done for you. Bonus number 9, AI custom video integration and automated custom pages. This is ridiculous. Spent not as much as the email writer, but still more than I would have liked to spend having this thing developed so it could talk to those AI video thingies and then like just dynamically put the person's video on a specially made, instantly made page. Oh my God, dude. The money was one thing, but the time it took to figure that out. Whew. Anyway, what this does is it integrates with the AI video makers, like I showed you. So it will instantly make a custom page for the person that started to order but didn't, and it'll have a video of you or an AI avatar or whatever going, "Hey Jim, notice you started to order but you didn't. That's okay. I've saved your order here, and if you have any questions, just text me with the word questions. What do you know? What will happen when they do that? Oh my God, the bot will talk to them." Like all that stuff, it just happens. Blammo, it works. It's amazing. And these pages raised our conversion rates by 394% compared to the ones that did not have them on that test that we ran. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. And I think you'll like it. And obviously, everyone's going to think you're cooler by doing this than, because nobody else really does it. So that's awesome. And now you have it. I'm putting the value as $4,000 because I spent more than that trying to get the damn things to finally work. It was very, very hard to make happen, but we did it, and it's very awesome. So that's great. Item number 10, daily on-demand one-on-one help and support. So here's the deal. Every weekday between 8 and 3:30 California time, if you want help with anything, you just click a link and you're on Zoom with somebody from my team, incidentally. So nobody likes reading directions. I ain't gonna read the damn directions. This is software. It's like not fun to read directions. Why would you want to do that? So you can just be like, click, what button do I press? We got you. These are not random outsourced people. Whereas like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna hire this company and hope they like take care of my customers. We don't do that. No, so this is the same team I've had for years. So not only do they know the platform, RainMaker AI, and how to use it, but they also know marketing. So you can be like, does this make sense to you? And they might be like, no, dude, actually that headline kind of sucks. I would suggest changing it here. Like you want that level of help. To put it in perspective, that this team, my payroll is $47,000 per month, which is a bargain in my opinion. Don't tell them I said that. But it is. It's a very good deal for me. They're wonderful people. And it's like for you, it's like having an on-demand team of tech gurus and marketing consultants, but for free. I just realized the slide says consultant ants. Great at slides, y'all, for free, right? So that's unbelievable. I would value that at $52,000. That is less, if my Googling was correct, that is less than what the average pay is for a secretary. So like, yeah, every day, no appointment needed. Click Zoom, get help. We got you. None of these Zoom calls are sales calls, by the way. We have no other program to sell you. I just want you to be happy and continue using our software for generations to come. That's the plan. So here's item number 11. Live Q&A with me every single Thursday. We have done this every Thursday since we got our first customer on September 9th of 2022. And every Thursday at noon, we have an open Q&A where I answer any question you might have about anything you want to know about. And I absolutely love doing these things. And our policy, and this is like a company cultural thing, it's become like this running, like almost like a joke. Like I had COVID over Christmas and came in and did the call and was like, y'all, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but damn it, I'm not missing the call, So like literally we go until there are no more questions left. And to put this into perspective, when I did one-on-one consulting, some people just like to buy one-on-one, I want to come and I want to pick your brain for whatever. So it was a full day of consulting, but I only did 4 hours because there's only so much you can do. What are we going to talk about for 8 straight hours? So it was $20,000 for 4-hour sessions. And the majority, well, not the majority, but a lot of household internet marketing names did this. And it was cool and it was fun. And I kind of liked it. But why would you want to pay that? You can get the same level of advice that I would give them, but you don't have to pay for it. You can just ask me on Thursday and I'll answer you and it's good, So I would value that at $52,000 just because of the amount that I would charge for a 4-hour session. And that's real. Like, it's not like I sold that once or something. Like we had plenty of people do that and it's fun. I always told them the same thing, follow up more, but figuring out how to say that for 4 consecutive hours can be challenging, So here's bribe number 12, which is our private online mastermind group. We have a private RainMaker AI community. It's not a Facebook group. It's like a real community. There's over 2,000 active members. They're all using RainMaker AI. They're all just folks like us. And basically the experience is like being in a 25K mastermind, like the ones where you like have to leave the house and you only get to meet 3 times a year. And you got to sit in a hotel room and eat crappy food and all of that. It's like that, except you don't have to leave the house and it's free and it's every day because our community is super freaking active. We're in there all the time, like making posts, sharing new stuff, showing new trainings and stuff is great. So Like I said, my team and I post in there all the time, and easily, in my opinion, worth more than the 25K mastermind things. I think they all, isn't it weird that they all kind of cost 25 grand? I think this is way more valuable to you because it's always on. You don't have to leave the house. So like, yeah, duh. All right. So the total value, literally, if you add this up, this my math is off. It's actually more than what I put here. It's $152,879. You can have it today for the low, low cost of free when you become a RainMaker AI annual user. I call that being a RainMaker AI insider. If you want to do that, go to rainmakerai.com/cool, just COOL. If someone please put that in the comments in our Zoom thingy for me, that would be helpful. And you'll get a 75% discount. So if you go to the homepage, you'll see it's $497 a month to use RainMaker AI. If you do the annual thing, I will give you $152,000 worth of stuff and give it to you with a 75% discount. Just pay once for the year. You're good. You can have it all. That is rainmakerai.com/cool. And there you go. So I appreciate you coming here to this, A. And B, it's been, man, I've been talking forever. Sorry. So B, how about I answer your questions? I would love to, but the trick to the questions is to put them in the Q&A thingy. So I see the comment box thingy over here. We'll lose your questions in the comments because it moves. So please put them in the Q&A thingy, and then I can answer them. And the best ones are the ones like, how do I use this if I have a nail salon? Or how do I do this kind of stuff if I'm selling XYZ? Like that's, I think, the funnest types, at least for me to answer. But I'll answer anything that I can for you. But if you want to save 75%, work with us all the time, have a team of people behind you and an awesome community, rainmakerai.com/cool. I've said this, I've done this webinar a couple of times, and I always say this because I believe this very sincerely to be true. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Like last one I did went over well, so I'll use the same metaphor. Like if you want to become a chef, for example, in order to be a good chef or even a moderately good chef, you need like three things. Number one, you need like chef tools, like the knives and the spatulas and stuff. So you got to have the tools, right? That's what RainMaker AI gives you, the tools, like pre-built follow-up campaigns, chatbots, two-way SMS, funnels and all that. That's your tools. But you also have to know how to cook. So someone's got to show you how to cook properly. And that's what all of our training gives you, which we add to the training library all the time, by the way. But all those bribes, that's the training. And the third component of any successful thing that you want to do is a community of people that are also doing that stuff. Great chefs don't just stay at home and never talk to any other chefs. They talk to the other chef folks, and they oh, dude, you put whatever turmeric in there, I'll be down. I was putting bleach. No wonder yours tastes better. You know what I mean? So those are the three things. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but if you have those three things, then you're going to have a much better chance of getting the outcome that you want, being a good chef in this particular metaphor, than if you didn't. And that's what we're giving you. We're giving you the tools and the education and the community, and we're giving it to you for a year. And incidentally, to answer the question I know will be asked in advance, when you renew or I'm not just going to renew it without reminding you 7,000 times. So, it's a year from now when it'll renew for your second year, you're locked into that price. So the price will not go up. It doesn't matter what we add to the software. You're not going to pay anything extra for it. So yes, to that question is you get to keep that level of price for as long as you renew. And yes, of course, we will remind you before we renew. I don't want you to be charged if you don't want to stay your second year. That would suck for both of us. You would be mad at me, and that would suck for me. And then I would have to answer to your wrath. And it makes you look bad with your merchant account people. So we'll take good care of you there. So we got questions from the Q&A. I would be delighted to answer them. I know I was rambling a little bit there. Sorry for that. I just get excited This is really, really good. It's a hell of a program. We're very, very proud of it.
Awesome. Gio says, would this work for a Spanish-speaking audience?
Yes, it does. So our platform and the AI supports every language that is written from left to right, like this. So as long as the language is written in left to right, you're good. There are languages that are written the other way, like from right to left. One of them is Hebrew. We learned this the hard way. So we had a client that was in Israel and was like, dude, it doesn't write properly. And we're like, oh man. So yeah, if you're left to right, you're good. And we
Awesome.
need to address that, but I don't quite know how to do it yet.
Derwin and Karen asked if this would work for affiliate or MLM products that basically aren't theirs that they sell.
You know what? Let me show you a little something. Let me show you a thing or two. Again, it's rainmakerai.com/cool. This is what the page looks like right here. Notice the deadline on there. That's real. Don't do fake scarcity, y'all. It's a good way to get in trouble. But when you're part of our community, first of all, I'll just kind of give you a tour this is what the community itself looks like. When you need help, please let us help you. Like, check this out. Any day, here we are today. Just click, boom, support. You just click that and you're on Zoom. We also do group onboarding sessions. If you're running Facebook ads, we have Facebook Friday every day. Every Thursday, we got me. You're stuck with having to talk to me. So here's how you get support. But here's our classroom. And specifically to answer that question about like doing affiliate stuff, A, yes, you can certainly use it to do that. And I even put together a training series specifically for you. So, like, if you don't have a list and if you don't even have the product yet and you're not quite sure what to sell, this is where to go. It's called, let me show you again right here. Go to Classroom. Like, look at all these. Like, I didn't go through all of the courses that are in here because it would have been the longest description of like additional courses ever. But you want to scroll down here, and where did I put it? Now I just had it. Quick Wins is the name of it. And this is cool because it allows you to go and find out, number one, like, okay, I like cats, let's just say. What do people buy? Is that a market worth selling stuff in? And AI will actually tell you, like, okay, here's what people are buying. And you can be like, all right, well, show me all the stuff they're buying. Show me the top sellers in each category. So great. So in the first 20 minutes of this thing, you will know that your market that you want to serve is right. Doesn't even matter what the product is, but you know that the market buys stuff. You'll know like what domain to use. You always want to use a memorable domain, and you will have that domain hooked up to RainMaker in the first 20 minutes of the thing. And then right here, showing you how to get leads from social media just by posting, and also showing you how to find stuff to sell and what type of sequences to use to sell affiliate offers. Very long answer to a basic question. Sorry, y'all. Just like showing our stuff. We're really, really proud of this. This community is great. Like, look, we've got a lot of folks in here. 2,100 people. Everybody's like, there's 59 people on there right now doing stuff, talking to each other. It's a great, great community. Super good. rainmakerai.com/cool, COOL. Probably should have made one with a K too.
Christina says, can I use it as an agency?
Yes, kind of. So you can charge people and run their offers and manage their emails and stuff from within your account. That could get confusing. So we have, for agencies, we will give you wholesale accounts once you're a user. So we give you like an even bigger discount for a second account, and then you can sell that for however much you want to. You can also be an affiliate. So we created an affiliate program. Dudes, I haven't had an affiliate program since like 2010 or something. This is the first thing I've ever created an affiliate program for since then. And I did it because our customers asked for it, which was very flattering. So thank you, customers that asked for that. But you can also just resell it and get 40% commission if you want to.
Awesome. Diane says, can I use this? I sell a therapy course for women 35 to 45 who are going through heartbreak, and I currently send them to an HVG to download and then try to get them to book a session with me.
That's perfect. So yes, you can. And I'm assuming that that process is working. So I built something for you, and I think you might like. I built a lot of things for you. So this is like when you use RainMaker itself, we have two little universes. We have our community and all the training and stuff, and that's like in this world, you know. So this is like where all our classroom and stuff is, and our calendar and yada yada. It's very good. And then there is the actual software. And what I've done built for y'all is like everybody lives basically in like funnels and marketing. We got funnels, which are the web pages and stuff. And then we have the automated stuff. All right. And social media planner is awesome too. So if you come here and type in the word fast, okay, I built all of these campaigns that are designed to get sales and or appointments as fast as humanly possible. I know the name's cheesy. I call them fast money campaign, but that's what they're for. So if I were you, I would use one of these, depending on whether you're using email or text, because I built them for both, to turn those new leads into appointments as quickly as humanly possible. We have the conversational like chatbot that answers questions, and then we have another one that just books appointments, and that's this one right here. And this thing is ridiculous. It'll do it over text, and you can just send a text and be like, hey, do you want me to, set aside some times to talk this week? And if they say yes, it'll actually check your calendar. Of course, we have built-in calendars, integrates with Google, iCal, Outlook, all that stuff. It'll check your availability, and it'll like talk to them and be like, okay, cool. I have Monday and Wednesday. Either one of those work. All right, great. Wednesday, I got 10:30 and 4:30. And then they're like, okay. And it just books the freaking appointment, and it does it automatically. And that's this one right here. And it's like, we used to pay a human. I forgot the money, $1,500 or 3,000 a month. I forgot, but we paid a person to book appointments for people that would start to sign up, but didn't. And they did okay. And then we built this and we deployed this, and we got 300% more appointments on day one than we got from the human that did it over a month. So it works very, very well. Anybody who needs appointments, this guy right here.
Awesome. Ryan Miller says, how to use this for a barn builder? I'm assuming they build physical barns.
Oh, this is fantastic. So if you're selling, I'll say that the principles apply the same, but let's assume you're selling like geographically, just within your own service area. I would, and I'm going to explain the logic here. The reason I'm recommending this particular strategy is because people probably are going to want to talk to you before they buy the barn, so I would use these guys right here. Again, special offer, rainmakerai.com/cool. Get a year's access, get like the greatest bonus offer in the history of bonus offers. So I would use these, okay? Facebook lead formats. And my ad would say something like, read this if you want to buy a barn or something, like literally that obvious. And then they fill this in right here. And I wouldn't necessarily have them talk to the chatbot. Instead, I would use this guy right here. And let's see here. It is actually this one for new leads. All right. So they fill out your Facebook form. This thing integrates with your Facebook stuff. Like you just click it, you don't have to do programming stuff. You literally click the button and it just integrates with it. So they fill out that thingy, does all the pipeline stuff. And then it'll be like, hey, we just filled out our form about building a barn. When can we talk about what it is that you want? And so it'll just book the appointment with them right there over text. But if you want to be really, really awesome, all right, we can do this one little step. And I'll show you the step in a minute, but I want to precede this step with a story because it's true and it's very, very inspiring. So right before COVID, when we were doing Sandor certification, this dude named Josh bought Sandor. $18,000 certification. And Josh was younger than me. He was like in his 20s, and he had a software company and he had sold it. And he was like, I don't know what to do. I think I'll learn how to do this stuff. This seems cool. And I was like, okay. And so he goes through the certification. He's like, you know what? I don't actually have to do anything. I think I'll just help my dad. And his dad is a remodeling contractor, like kitchens and bathrooms, all right, in South Carolina. Now, this is where this gets to be amazing and very inspirational. So dad's chugging along, business fine, whatever. COVID hits, not that great. They run an ad, and the ad looked like this one, okay? And it said, read this if you're thinking about remodeling your kitchen or whatever, and it was like a new book, shows like 24 things you need to know before you hire a remodeling contractor. Okay, so the person would fill this thing out. There was no AI bot or anything. What would happen was my man Josh would have somebody call them and say, hey, you just requested our thing about the 24 questions. Where do you want us to send it? And they'd say, oh, here's my address. And then they'd be like, okay. And they would actually send it to them. They say, all right, cool. When are you thinking about remodeling? And they'd say, whatever. And they'd be like, well, you want us to come out and take a look at it? And they'd be like, yeah. During freaking COVID, they did this. Okay. And it was his father's best year ever in the 20 plus years of that business because of that one thing. And we didn't have RainMaker AI at the time. But if you want to sell, the reason I'm going this deep is because it's a very similar kind of sale. If you want to be like the baddest mofo in history, this will work for anybody that's getting leads and wants to do this. You can click this little button right here. You type in the word call. I'm going to call them. All right. Kablamo. This will call you. Okay. And it'll call you on the number that, you give it when you sign up, and you can tell it what to say to you when you answer. So you would typically say something like, person's name just opted in about buying barns. Press any key to connect. And if you press any key other than like hang up on your phone, it'll dial that person. So you get a lead and like, blam, you're calling them right away if you want to. Like, you don't have to, you can just not answer the call or like not press the key to connect. So you're not, like, holy shit, I didn't mean to call this guy. But dude, that little button right there, if you add that to this little section, I think your barn selling problems, if you even have any, you probably are doing fine. But I think you'll sell the ever living crap out of the barns. And basically anybody, this is like what I was saying, if I had to start all over, this is what I would do. Facebook lead form ads to a bot, but I would pop that little call thing in there, and I'd call the new lead and be like, hey man, what do you need? Get customers. It's not rocket surgery, but that little feature right there is what makes it awesome. Love these kind of questions, by the way. Thank you. This keeps me sharp and also allows me to show off cool stuff. Here's the page, blatant pitch, rainmakerai.com/cool. It'd normally be damn near $6,000 for the year. It's $1,497 with this discount, and you get all these bonuses. What else we got, man?
Nice. Stacy says, I have a company that helps people get competitive rates on power. How would I use RainMaker to get more?
I would want to know what happens when they give you money. Is it a phone call that you make with them, or do they fill out something online? So let's just pretend that they're filling out something online, like they're going to a web page or something. I would use the bot. So I would use I would definitely use our chat bot. Here's how it works. So Facebook lead form ad, again, like, I know it's super basic, but guys, these things just freaking work. So the ad would say something like, read this if you want to save money on power. All right, on your power bill. Like, seriously, that obvious. And the reason you do that is because Facebook's machine learning, after you get a couple leads, it's like, oh, these are the types of people we should start showing this ad to. So your costs go down. So anyway, they pop in there. And the way the bot works, let me get out of here. Bot's right here. All right. is you come over here and you click on, we want to train it. So let's see here. Oh, train the bot. Duh. All righty. See, I've trained it on RainMakerAI.com. I just said, go to my website. But let's say you don't even have your website. You can go to Chat GPT and just like, you know, give all the rates and all the comparisons and everything in a document and then just paste the text right here. And it will train the bot on how to do the rate comparisons and everything. So I would use that and then be like, would you like to book a call or would you like to do whatever the next step is? And so I would probably use that based on the little knowledge that I have about like how your sales process works.
Awesome. Bob says, I sell national brand metal detectors to the masses. How would this work?
That is really fascinating. No, for whatever reason, like my brain is like, dude, no way. I'm remembering like being at the beach with metal detectors, and the beach is like right there for me. And now I'm like, I wonder what's out there. You run ads, and whether they're lead form ads or like regular traditional style ads. By the way, I didn't share this with y'all in my high pressure sales pitch, but I show you how to do like Facebook ads the way that I do it right here. These two, boom, boom. Facebook tracking and customer hunting 101. So anyone that's spending like under $500 a day on ads, this stuff is perfect for you. So you essentially can do two things depending on how your sales process currently works. If you have a sales page that actually works now, and a sales process that's working well now, I would run ads to that. And then when you get a lead, like someone who starts to order but doesn't, or maybe people are requesting the catalog or whatever, I would put them into a more aggressive follow-up sequence, such as, and again, like this is all depending on, I don't know how your sales process works, but I would pop them in one of these suckers right here. If you're selling primarily online and you want to get like as much money as you can, I might put them in the same day deadline. Like, okay, cool. Well, you know what? Because you just are new, we want you to be a metal detector customer forever. So if you order by today, then you'll get X% off. And like here's the sequence. It's already built. You don't have to do any of this stuff. We program it to start at 7 a.m. You can change all this stuff, but you just fill in the blanks on the emails right here, or you just use our AI email writer. So I would start with something like that, assuming you're selling already from a web page. That's my guess, that you already have some kind of sales thing that's working. If you have to talk to them on the phone, then I would use the AI bot to book appointments. And if you want to be hardcore, I would press that little button and add the call feature, where you can have somebody on your team call them immediately and be like, "Oh, dude, thanks for asking about the metal detectors. What do you use them for?" And then, do you want one? There's no need to have a high pressure deal or anything, but those are the ways that I would use it. Again, that's all like kind of vague because I don't know exactly how you're selling them, but off the top of my head, that's what I would do.
Larry Vinette says, I use LinkedIn ads. Does this integrate with that?
It does, but I don't know a damn thing about LinkedIn ads. So we have let's see, we integrate with all kinds of stuff over here. So if you come over here, ladies and gentlemen, and you click on, it's probably right in front of me, integrations, you can connect to your TikToks, you can connect to your LinkedIns, your Shopify's. If you like the Shopify, like if you can figure out Shopify, you're a genius. But anyway, so yes, it does integrate with LinkedIn, but I don't know. I've never run LinkedIn ads successfully, so I'm limited on that. We also have a planner, social media planner, where you can schedule your post to all of these platforms as well. And LinkedIn is one of them. I apparently have like a lot of people that follow me on LinkedIn and I never post there. So I know that's dumb, but I don't. It's not that smart of me, is it? But yeah, it works fine with LinkedIn. But you got to figure out how to do the ads. I don't know how to do it.
Frederick Hahn says, I have a design build business upgrading rooftops, terraces, balconies. Does this apply to me? We kind of answered this a little bit.
Oh yes, dude. So like businesses like that to me are the lowest hanging fruit because you're probably geographically, limited. Like you're probably not going to drive 7,000 miles, from Georgia to Wisconsin. That's probably not 7,000 miles, but you know what I mean? Like you probably have a service radius. So you can literally be like, and your your sale price is so high. That's the word I'm looking for. Again, y'all, if you want to be able to have us help you all the time for a year, go to rainmakerai.com/cool. Let me show you something. This is what I would do. I would build this type of ad leads right here. All righty. I'm in my real life Facebook account now. Don't flake out on me, Facebook. I would ignore this. We actually have a Facebook ads builder in Rainmaker AI that uses AI to write your ads, but I want to show you just how to do it. Just if you decide not to use us, I don't want to be like, you only have to do it through us. So anyway, we just say, okay, our campaign objective is leads. That's cool. We're not going to bother with anything else. Over here, this is where the magic happens. So we want to use that Facebook lead form thing. So it's instant forms. And then right over here under, where's my audience? Okay, this is where we want to do it. We click edit right here, and we're going to type in the address of your shop. All right. So let's just say it's, I don't know. Okay, fine, whatever. Right there. All right. So that's a store or a restaurant here, but you get it. And so if your service area that you're selling to is 50 miles out, like that's as far as y'all are going to go, and whoop, right there. So now you're targeting everybody within 50 miles of this location. All right. And then I would make sure that we don't use this. So we're not. So that's good. Advantage plus placements is good. And then my ad right over here, well, there's no point in me showing you the ad part, but the ad part would say something like, read this if you want to get insert the technical sounding thing that you said earlier about like roof design and stuff like that. I used to be a roofer, by the way. That's right. I used to sell roofing, and I would do it by going into the buildings, commercial properties with a clipboard, golf shirt on. This is before I had tattoos and looked like a murderer. And I would see the little watermarks in the ceilings. I'd be like, who's the property manager here? And they would just tell me everything. So I had a clipboard. I had to be a real person. And I would call the property manager and be like, hey, man, y'all have leaks over at the store on, First Street. He wants to fix them. And they'd be like, oh my God, yeah, I can't believe someone actually called us. It was great. So been sold that kind of stuff before. Contractors, things like that little formula, as basic as that is, I really wouldn't get much more complicated than that from the ads perspective. And then the within the Rainmaker part, I would use the same workflows I showed you earlier. I'd come over here, all of our automated stuff. Now, this, we've got like 40 of them. I told you I had 20 something. Actually, we built more automations. So there's a lot in here. So I would type in fast again and use one of the, where was it? New lead appointment setting one for you and have that little call feature in there. By the way, forgot to tell you this. When you go here and you enroll, the next page that you see is not an upsell page. I can't reiterate this enough. We have nothing else to tell you. Like, this is the whole business model. It's a two-step process. We get customers and keep them. That's our whole thing. That's all we care about. So the next page, that takes you 10 seconds to do this. It asks multiple choice, like, okay, what are you doing? Can you take orders? Do you do it online? Do you do it over the phone? Do you have a list? And just non-invasive, doesn't ask you about your money or anything. And then based on your answers, our system will tell you which of these, because there's a freaking ton of campaigns that I built here for you. Like there's over 40 of them. It'll just tell you which ones to use to get the result that you want immediately. And then it'll just send you like, here's the video to do that, so you don't have to wade through everything. I forgot to tell you that, but we really thought this through. And I built that in Rainmaker, by the way. So it can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Awesome. More people asking about their specific business. Newton says, can this work for me as a private money lender to investors?
Yes, absolutely. And it's the same process. Only because you're going to do that over the phone, right? Like you're not really, they don't go and buy the thing on a web page. You know what I mean? So I'd run those Facebook lead form ads, and I would be very discouraging in like the ad. So in my horse ad, for example, if I was selling horses and the starting price for my horses was $20,000, my ad would say horses for sale, starting price $20,000. Enter your info for more enter your details for more information, these types of ads. So in yours, I would do the equivalent. Now, I don't know how to word that because I don't really know about private money lending, but I'd probably say something like, private money lending available for insert, very specific criteria, a person here, minimum requirements X, fill out info for, or fill in your details for more info. And then I'm not even sure I would use the AI bot necessarily for that, although you can. Actually, yeah, I would, because I forgot to tell you about the AI bot. It does a little bit more than answers questions. It can qualify people. So right over here, I don't want to like over tech it, and make it weird, but this isn't particularly difficult. But right under the train your bot world thingy, we have, let's see, extra instructions, and we can qualify them. So in mine, right here, this little script, this isn't actually a script. This is you giving instructions for how the bot should like handle itself and what you need to know. And right here, I want to know if they have a website, and I want to know if they have an email database. This is me qualifying them. So you could actually have it ask them qualifying questions and get that data. And right here, you can just store it as a variable name. So like if someone says, yeah, here's my website, I can come over here. Now I'm going to show you contact info, but it's not real. It's all fake. Just want you to know I'm not in the habit of just showing people's contact data. This is just a bunch of fake things I downloaded. You could go and you could say like, okay, show me everybody where, I forgot what it was called. You can make up the term for it, leads. Well, I forgot whatever it was. But anyway, that little variable, you like search for everybody who has that field not empty. And so like, okay, cool. And then mine is also trained to ask if they have a list. So it'll tag them as has list if they say they have a list. So you could have that do whatever you want, So if you want to pre-qualify them using the bot before giving them the opportunity to book an appointment with you, it'll do that. It is badass, dude. I'm telling you, like, this is really, really next level stuff. It's very good. We're very proud of it. I did not build the bot. Clearly, I mean,
Joseph G says, I sell video production for social media and video editing with a monthly fee. Is this good for me?
Yep. And I done, not only is it good for you, but I done built your funnel already. So anybody that is doing agency style stuff, this one right here works ridiculously well for specifically that kind of stuff, because our very first agency that we started was a 10 grand a month service. And boy, was it hard. It wasn't hard to sell, but man, it was hard to manage. Having a large team is difficult, I found. But this is the sales letter structure for that type of service. And like we do this in the sales, in the funnel templates, you'll notice that I'm teaching you how to write the copy within the copy itself. Is pretty cool. But essentially, like you use this template, and what I would do then is have them apply. I would like to reveal the price up front, and then I would have them apply. And I would use this funnel template and this sales page template because this worked like well. And our first one was 10 grand a month. So works real good. So I would use this template for sure in combination with the TV style ads as well as Facebook lead form ads. If you're expensive though, I would disqualify people in the Facebook lead form ads. I'd be like, done for you social media video production, starting at X dollars per month, just to, disqualify people who don't have any money. You'll still get them, but, you know,
Thomas Hawking and Vincent Capria both are in real estate and insurance. Would it help them get leads?
yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Todd says, do you have trainings to determine a super duper extra focused target audience?
Yes,
Nice.
I do. So I didn't want to like take forever describing the classes. So where am I? This one. And you want to go right here in social takeover. And you want to, where are we? Yeah, this one, in the how to get famous one. I walk you through the targeting stuff. This happens to be like right on that video. And forgot to show you all this. We took, how we do those Q&A calls every Thursday with me. We've been doing them forever, since 2022. So we took hundreds of hours of those and we fed it into a different AI system. And you can actually ask it stuff, and it goes through like all of that data from the Q&A calls, and it gives you an answer. And it's really good. Like, it actually gives very good, intelligent answers, which is cool. So that's another way just to get what you want faster. So everything we do is designed to make sure that you get what you want, so you'll be happy and therefore come back and stay. We don't want, we're not fly by night. We're gonna like fly until I kick the bucket, and then my kids keep flying the plane. That's the idea with this company.
Vincent says, I'm trying to create a trading room so I can teach people around the world how to trade futures. Will this help me bring attention to my room and sell this as a monthly subscription?
Yes. So I didn't go over all the features because I didn't want to like bore you, but I'll do that with like super fast overview. So web pages, funnels, emails, shopping cart, one-click upsells, order bumps, all of that stuff, memberships, recurring things. And it has the same functionality as like Kajabi. So you don't have to use a third party to host your stuff or any of your courses or anything like that. This is what I would recommend. Like, so the mechanics of doing it, easy. Like we host your videos for you, so you don't have to use Wistia anymore. We got the thing where you can track how long somebody watched your video, and then if they made it to the pitch, you can put them in an email sequence, like all of that stuff. It can do all of that. So mechanically, it's all simple to do. This is where I would direct you, because this training is so freaking cool, is Creators AI. So if you want to do this trading room thing, number one, it looks like there's a ton of stuff in here. There is, but it's because I updated a lot. So you see these things where it says draft, like you won't actually see that. It's just when something gets outdated, I make a new version. That's why these are here. Anyway, you want to do like sell trading stuff. All right. Well, logically, it would make a lot of sense for us to go and figure out what the best selling trading floors are and validate that they actually do sell and they're selling for X price or whatever, and then have AI look and see what their marketing is, and then see like what their curricula is. And then now we can base your pitch, assuming everything's true. Obviously, you don't want to make stuff up, but assuming everything's factually accurate, now you build your marketing based on what you know for sure is working because you found it. You can say, hey, find me the top sellers of this type of thing that costs more than this much money. It'll like freaking find it for you. It's amazing. So once you have it, sounds like you don't need any help creating the course. So you come down here to week 5, and this is where you go through the sales process, where we're using AI to script out the video pitches, script out the sales copy, and all of that kind of stuff, and actually build the funnel for you. So, yeah. to answer your question, yes. But please, I would say, I don't mean, I don't know you personally, but that industry, just please make sure you're cool and you're compliant. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be getting in trouble with El Hombre by making any sort of earnings claims or whatever. So, be aware of that.
Nice. Renata says, I have multiple businesses. Can I use this or can I use it for multiple businesses, including fundraising?
Yes, but there's a catch. We can, like, one account can integrate with one Facebook page and one payment processor. But other than that, if you're selling, if it's all coming through you, like my Facebook page, I've sold courses, I sell this software, so it doesn't really matter. It's all under my same Facebook page. It's irrelevant. And it all comes into the same merchant account anyway. So if you're okay with that, then yes, you can have as many different domains, as many different funnels, as many different email sequences as you want. I say that, I mean, surely, like, there's got to be some kind of limit to it, like if you had a billion, you know what I mean? But we've never heard of such a thing. So the short answer is yeah. And in the event that you need a separate account, we sell them a lot cheaper to existing users, so people who want to resell it or whatever get a better deal.
Nice. Let's see.
RainMakerAI.com/cool annual.
Nice. Sasha says it says we get 44,000 emails a month. Any call and text credits?
It is enough credits to get 44,000 emails, and I can't remember the amount of texts and calls and stuff, but basically it's like 30 or 40 bucks. I forgot how I set it up. Worth of stuff for free. And then it's, if you exceed that, then it is less than 1/10 of 1 cent per email. And I think the texts are, Tyler, is it 7/10 of a penny for a text or something, or a segment?
It's whatever, it's resold by Twilio. So whatever those local rates are, you can just look it up on Twilio's site.
Yeah, but you don't have to set up Twilio. We're just, that's our backbone, for the texting and calling and stuff. But if you end up having usage fees, that's good, because that means you're getting a lot of action, And if you don't use all of your credits, they roll over to the next month. So in the event that you don't send 44,000 emails or whatever, then next month you got, whatever, you can send 80,000 of them or something. You get the idea of the whole rollover concept.
We'll take one more question. Frank says, should I use this to promote my free course in school, leading them to high ticket with the bonus and a more tailored experience, or use this to promote my free course, leading them into a monthly payment to gain access to the rest of the course?
What was the second half?
Second one was promote a free course, and then sell a monthly recurring membership.
Well, they're both viable. So I would go with, like, they both work as a model. If you don't already have a school group built, like, we have the same functionality. The reason I'm on school is because I got on school before we built a communities feature. By we, I didn't build a damn thing. Let's get that clear. But before that was available. So I'm not about to ask 2,000 something people to migrate over. It would be inconvenient. But we have the same thing now, so they both work well. I would choose whichever one you've already sold, if you have sold either one of them. And if you haven't, the join the community for free and then book the call for the higher ticket stuff is probably the way to go.
Awesome. All right, that'll be the last question for the Q&A.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you very much. Go here, save yourself 75%. This is the real thing, guys. I mean, these bonuses are no joke. These are where the hell they go? There they are. All of this stuff is really, really, really solid. None of it is as cool as RainMaker AI, though. And really, No training in the world is going to make up for not following up with people. You know, the people that would pay 40 grand to me and I would have to like get the money really quickly, the Sandor people, inevitably, what I would do is I would be like, okay, let's go through like the past 12 months of revenue and let's see what your biggest month was. And it'd be like February. Okay, what were you selling in February? And we go and we would see the emails that they sent and the ads they were running. And I'd be like, let's do that again. And then I would just automate it and then send traffic to it. And that would work. And that was basically it. You know, sometimes I tell them to add more one-click upsells. But if you don't have the tools, then you're not ever going to get the result. Like you must have, you know, if you want to cook, you got to have the stove. And the RainMaker AI is the stove. And the best part of it is I've built all this stuff already for you. It is a lot of stuff in here. It can appear to be overwhelming, you know, when you're looking at, oh my God, dude, there's like 40 something things, which is why instead of trying to figure stuff out right after you enroll, it takes 10 seconds to answer the multiple choice things, and our system will tell you which one to do and even send you the videos of how to do it. And if you don't want to watch those, you can just come over here and click right there and just talk to somebody. We got you. We like it. It's our whole gig. You know, I promise you, it's not a sales call. It's the whole trick is just to make sure that we get you your results as quickly and as consistently as possible. So you'll be happy. So next year you'll be like, hell yeah, dude, I'm staying on. This is great. I love these dudes. That's our whole business model. And you know, I think we're doing something right because we got 2,100 people in here, and you can't be doing something wrong and have a private community because you'll just have 2,100 people pissed all the time, and we don't have that. And that's good. So come on and join us. You'll like it a lot. I promise you. And regardless, I sure do appreciate you being here this long. Good God, I've been rambling forever. So yeah, that was a long one. So y'all have a good rest of the week, and thank you for coming. And yeah, I'll see you on our Thursday calls. Take it easy.